want to ask you about rivalries. There's rivalries in our sport, and we brought this up with Mina Kimes. She was on the pod last week, and we brought this up with her and Miro. But like this Bryson Brooks Koepka thing is like it's the greatest thing that I think has happened to golf in a while. And maybe that's a hot take. I want to get some perspective from a fellow tour member on sort of what's going on here.
Yeah, well, I better watch what I say, because I'm sure you could lead me down the wrong path. We can go into a deep dive into this. Yes and no, it is great for the game, and it's not. I think it's great for the game because look at how much entertainment, look how much involvement other people are getting in on this. I think what they're doing is slightly childish, and I feel like rivalries grow in in the NBA, right? Rivalries grow because like one guy will just pick on each other, not because like social media, they posted something and then they're deep in the dives of everything. That's what it's revolved around. It's like, dude, this guy did something to me in the game. Like this started, like we're ready to throw fists, right? Throw punches. I don't think it'll ever get to that. Like in golf, like I don't think they're going to just drop their clubs and start fighting on the 18th hole. But boy, would a lot of people love to see that. But yeah, I think it is good to see rivalries. Like, when I was growing up, you had Tiger Phil, and like, it wasn't the same type of rivalry you see in other sports, but it was something that, coming down the stretch, like these guys are going after each other. Like they are in their own head and they don't care about each other at all. And I think these two guys like Bryson and Brooks, whatever they say, I don't think they care about each other at all. And that's awful because we'll have a Ryder Cup later this year and it's all about the team. Like you guys play on a team, you guys have to get along to some degree. We have to do that for 1 week out of the year. And, that's something that I don't think a lot of golfers truly understand, that chemistry is huge. You have to agree with me. Like you have to get along with people, like when you're on a team, and it's just, who knows?
Rivalries are definitely created on the court. Specifically in the NBA, like, you look back at some of the great rivalries, and a lot of times it was teams that faced each other, players that faced each other over and over again in the playoffs, right? And in the last decade, we can look at the Spurs and the Heat, Warriors and the Cavs, Steph and LeBron. Like there's just great rivalries. There's the other side of it is just like two people that just are annoyed by each other, which is what I find fascinating. And you talked about sort of having that space in someone's head, and these guys are going back and forth on social media, and some of it is a little immature. But when you're playing, what are you playing against? Are you playing against the course? Are you playing against someone else? Or are you playing against yourself?
I think you're pretty much playing against the course. If you're playing against someone else, you're playing straight match play, and they've already gotten in your head in a tournament, which is awful because there's 150 other guys that you're trying to beat. But you're kind of playing against yourself. You're playing against the course. You're seeing what limits can you test, right? Can you go out and shoot 7 under? Now, I don't set a score for what I'm trying to shoot for the day. Like I'm trying to go out and make birdie every single hole. But when other people get in your head, other than match play events, like, there's an issue. So it's more just how do you play against the course and try and beat it every day.